Hello, welcome back to my strategic management class. In the last video, we discussed about the formulation of strategic uh, management. In that, we discussed about marketing strategy, and then financial strategy. Then we are seeing about types of operation strategy. So, in operation strategy, logistic is part of the operation strategy, but we, since it is a very huge topic, we are looking that in a different video. So just to have some revision of the last class, we discussed about operation strategy. In that, we discuss about production strategy and other types of operation, like stages, like product life cycle, the stages of a product which undergoes like introduction, growth, maturity, and decline, where we discuss like introduction is the very important, and during the time of introduction or launching, we need to spend a lot of budget on advertisement for sales and promotion activities. After that, the product goes through the stage of growth, okay, where the market share will increase. After that, once it become matured, then really the money invested on advertisement will be reduced. Then it will be in the declining stage, where the sale of the product or services gradually goes down. So this is the time the business really look into that, so that what happens, they revamp the product, change certain features, or innovate a new product if necessary. So this life cycle, product life cycle, is very important for the business. Then we are discussing about the other topic is continuous improvement cycle. This is to improve the features, qualities of the product. Not only that, but also the processes, how we are like producing the product, and also how we are distributing the product once it is manufactured. So first step is identify, okay, the wherever there is a opportunity to enhance the operation, okay, improve the operation, first identify, and then plan how we are going to do that. Then really implement our planning in terms of improvement. Then see through how our implementation was successful in improving the quality of the product and the processes and all those things. So it is again the identifying. So it is a cycle. So these are the very important thing in terms of operation. Now we continue with our today's topic, which is a logistic strategy. So what is a logistic? Logistic is a planning, implementing, and controlling the efficient and effective flow and storage of goods and materials between the point of origin and the point of consumption. So what is the point of origin? So point of origin means from the place where it is manufactured. If it is a produced product, then the point of origin is a manufacturing place, and point of consumption is the place where the customer really use the product. So this is a one side. The other side is that logistic also includes like the purchasing the raw materials or components necessary for manufacturing a product. Okay, so that's from the suppliers. So right from acquiring the product and the transportation, then it goes to the manufacturing unit or production unit or factory, and then after once it is produced, it goes through the various process and it reaches the hands of the customer. So the business, when they plan their strategy, so they should give sufficient time to plan the logistic. So when it comes to logistic, there are two options. Either they can do by their own resources, transport resources, or they can outsource it. That's the second one. The third option is they can do combine. Okay, partially they do themselves and partially outsourcing. So we here, when we plan this strategy, two things need to be taken into consideration. One is whether whether outsourcing or doing by the own business is a cost effective. Second one is the what is that? Which one is very more professional, more efficient? Whether by doing ourselves, okay, because here this issue of the resources available with the business, or it is better to outsource the company. So two points need to be noted. One is a cost effective, second one is the quality of the logistic. So depending upon the business need to plan whether we are going to do ourselves or outsource it, or partially do ourselves and outsource it. So it is a process to achieve a level of service that a right material are available at the right place at the right time of the right quality and at the right cost through managing the flow of material into through and out of an organization. So what happens for everything to go smoothly, so we need to have the right material at the right place at the right time, in the right quality and at the right cost. So when we are acquiring raw material, so many things need to take into consideration in terms of quality, in terms of quantity, in terms of right time of supply and all those things. That's why in the previous class we discussed that company usually grow themselves by integration, backward integration. So backward integration is not just to grow the business, but also it's option to supply the quality raw materials at the right time at the right place. Okay, so if a business become their own suppliers, that is a backward integration, then they are able to efficiently, effectively, in terms of cost and in terms of quality, they are able to serve the raw materials or components required for manufacturing the product. So that's why many of them, okay, in the sample example we have given, we have seen like some manufacturers of car, okay, they themselves go one step backward and supply the raw materials or components necessary, like a wheel, door for the car and all those things, and they themselves become the importer or exporter. And then what happens, they themselves have their own showroom or garage. So that's a having a showroom after they manufacture, it will be sold there. So it is a forward integration. So this backward integration and forward integration is not only to grow the business, but also to be effective in a logistic, cost effective, and in terms of quality also. So improvement in logistic can result in saving of cost of the organization. So as we discussed earlier, however the marketing brings a customer, what happens, but to retain the customer, it is in the hands of the production operation, which includes logistic. Because if revenue is coming but the company is not taking really care of the cost, in other words, if the company or business is not cost effective, then what happens, it will eat away the profit. So here a proper strategy using the technology will help in reducing the cost of the product, thereby increase the profit percentage. Logistic strategies are developed for product lines, specific countries or specific customers to address different requirements. So one way to plan the logistic is to develop a specific product or a specific country or product lines or specific customers who are having a particular requirements. Okay, so as I mentioned earlier, product lines means the product which the brand is producing related product. Okay, say like Maggie sauce, Nestle one, which is a Maggie sauce. The same Maggie, they're making Maggie noodles, or in Maggie sauce itself a different flavor, like from tomato to oyster sauce or chili sauce, something like that. So that's called product line. So what happens when we are planning the logistic? Okay, we can plan in a similar manner because the requirement will be similar for a same product line or for the specific customer or in the same country. Okay, because in terms of packaging or in terms of delivery, okay, the requirements will be similar for a same region or a country. So if you segment the logistics, so this will be very cost effective. So logistic, like we described earlier, there are different areas which a company examine while developing logistics strategy, which are described as under. That's one, transportation and outsourcing. In this, organization tries to find the answer of question that does the current transportation strategy help service required by the organization. It's a own transportation. Are the outsourcing outs areas of outsourcing are to be identified, which area maybe like a faraway countries. And as we discussed earlier, logistic includes not just the roadways through van or lorries, also use railway, okay, and then waterways like a ship, if it is exported to foreign countries, or airlines if the kind of depend upon the kind of product we are doing. For quick delivery, airline will be better, and also it should be in a small sizes. The effect of partnership with the external service providers on the desired level of organization is also examined. So when we are planning to go for outsourcing, okay, we need to see the professionalism of the organization, and then we have a collaboration or partnership with these people, so that it's not only cost effective, it is also very professional in sense they are delivering it in a very intact manner, so that our product inside is not damaged, and is they deliver in a right time. That's very important when you are planning whether we are going to do our own transportation or when we are outsourcing. So competitors review the procedure adopted by the competitors. So we can get some hints and ideas, okay, when we look at our competitors, how they are working out. So this may also be help in identifying the areas which are to be avoided. So there is a saying like, learn, I mean, don't learn by making own mistake, learn by looking at the people who make mistakes. So in this way, it will be cost effective. So whatever the mistakes the competitor do, they avoid whatever the kind of strategy. So it will be similar. We can also avoid. So what may be suitable for our competitors might also be suitable for us, provided this one strategy is in line with our objectives, and it is fulfill our vision and mission, and then it fulfill the requirements of our resources, including the human resources. So your competitors can give you a very good hint to plan our logistic. Then availability of information. So in this technological era, so information is something very abundant, but same way, too much information can also be confusing. Okay, so try to get the information which is very relevant for our to work out our strategy. That's very important. So no need to, I mean, just go and look at several things. Even we can collect information sitting in our office through internet kind of stuff. Okay, so the information of logistic is accurate, because if the data is inaccurate, then the decision that are taken on the basis of it are incorrect. So when we are working with the information, planning our logistic, we need to have the right data. Okay, that's very important. If the data is not right, okay, then what happen? It will lead to the wrong planning, and then thereby wrong implementation, which will be which incur more cost, and not only cost, but it also tarnish of our reputation also. So it is also collected in a proper time. So time is very important. Any report, whether it's a marketing report or any data relevant to the logistic, the timing is very, very important. We need to get something on time. So sometime when we are delivering to a particular region or country, there may be a political condition which is not suitable in terms of distribution, or sometime weather. Very more common thing is the weather. Harsh weather, heavy, extreme weathers are can also pose danger or pose threat to our distribution channel. So collecting information, okay, from our suppliers, or from our channels, the distribution channel is very important, and this information has to be not only just accurate, it has also need to be on proper time, so that we can change our strategy if necessary. So in the present era, with the use of new technologies, movement of information has become very fast and on real time basis. So as you mentioned, with all the internet, on all this kind of things, now it's possible to get information just like that. in a very short duration of time. So this information, as I told you, try to get a correct information, okay, in the right quantity, so that it will be used effectively for planning our logistic, okay, right from the weather condition, political condition, and all those kind of steps, and use the technology to also trace our delivery of our products, okay, like we have seen, like using GPS, okay. So GPS will help us to monitor the movement of our product, okay, right from our manufacturing unit till it reaches the customer. So thanks to technology, which really helps to plan the logistic in a most effective and efficient manner. Then strategic uniformity. The objectives of the logistic strategy is in line with the overall objectives of the enterprises. As I mentioned earlier, whenever we plan, not only in terms of logistic production or operation, but any area, when we plan our departmental strategy, okay, the strategy should be in line with our vision and mission. Whether it is, fulfilling, help to fulfill our vision and mission, that point we need to take into consideration, okay. So and also our resources, so it should be uniform. It should help in fulfilling the major strategies of the organization. So that's very important, okay. It's not just we could able to do, but is it in line with our vision, and vision is a very important when you plan our logistic strategy. So for this logistic strategy, that's all. Then in the next class we will be discussing the last topic, which is a human resource management strategy. So we are going to discuss about human resource strategy in seven aspects, okay. That is attracting, developing, and retaining high quality people, facilitation of change, workforce diversity, empowerment of human resources, building core competency, development of work ethics and culture, and 360-degree feedback. Because human resource strategy also plays a vital important, because wherever when you are either marketing, production, operation, or financial, so all these strategies are implemented by the people, okay. So right people, okay, at the right place for the right job is very very important when we plan our this thing. So in the next class, we will discuss about the human resource management strategy. So that's all for this class. Okay, thank you.